Gotta start the day off right, man!
Welcome to Rebuke All Devils Radio 107.7, home of the truth. Subscribe to our channel and receive breaking news, world news, along with a variety of truth music on our playlist. If you would like to join us or advertise, email us at rebukealldevils.radio107.7 at yahoo.com. Home of the truth and shalom.
Out of Orlando, where a news reporter and a 9-year-old girl are among 3 people killed in a series of shootings. That news reporter had been covering the murder of a 20-year-old woman, which happened this morning. Now, a 19-year-old is in custody, accused of all the shootings.
We received a statement today from Charter Communications. That's the parent company of Spectrum News, where that reporter worked. The statement says, "We are deeply saddened by the loss of our colleague and the other lives senselessly taken today. Our thoughts are with our employees' family, friends, and coworkers during this very difficult time. We remain hopeful that our other colleague who was injured makes a full recovery. This is a terrible tragedy for the Orlando community." Let's go to News4JAX reporter Eric Avenatti joining us live in the studio after gathering information about what happened. Eric?
Kent, a very sad night for journalists everywhere after a fellow journalist was killed while doing his job. A Spectrum News 13 news reporter and photographer were both shot near their news vehicle. As we said earlier on, the reporter died and his photographer is still fighting for his life. Orange County Sheriff John Mina says it all started around 11 Wednesday morning when deputies responded to a homicide in the Pine Hills neighborhood. The victim was a woman who was shot and killed inside a car. 5 hours later, after the crime scene tape had been taken down and investigators left the scene, Orlando news crews were reporting on the homicide when a man now identified as 19-year-old Keith Moses allegedly pulled up and shot into a Spectrum News 13 vehicle. A reporter and photographer were both struck by gunfire. Deputies say Moses then went to a nearby home where he shot a woman and her 9-year-old daughter. The little girl died and her mother was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. One of the News 13 employees also died and the other was listed in critical condition. Investigators say Moses is the suspect in all 3 shootings.
He is being formally charged in the murder from this morning, and we expect additional charges for the shootings of the 4 people this afternoon. At 19, he has a lengthy criminal history to include gun charges, aggravated battery and assault with a deadly weapon, burglary, and grand theft charges.
The sheriff says Moses knew the 20-year-old woman, but it does not appear that he knew any of the other 4 victims. The motive behind the shootings has yet to be determined, and according to investigators, Moses is not saying much. Now, according to another Orlando news station, their employees who were at the scene tried to render aid to the news crew that was hit by gunfire. Reporting live in the studio, Eric Avenatti, Channel 4, the local station.
Eric, you're at crime scenes all the time. Is this something that you and your photographer talk about when police leave the scene, wherever you're at?
You know, Kent, we often do, and many times we have conversations with news crews from other stations, and we all decide together if it's safe to stay at that location to do a live report or go live from police headquarters.
Trying to make a great decision about how to stay safe. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that.